Society conditions you to be weak, to seek approval, to play by the rules they've set. They tell you to be kind, to be yourself, to wait for a woman to recognize your worth. And yet, time and time again, you see the so-called nice guys ignored, overlooked, and discarded. Why? Because attraction isn't about logic. It's about emotion. Women don't choose the most stable man. They choose the one who makes them feel something real. They're drawn to the energy that excites them, that sparks something deep inside. You've seen broke guys with nothing pull women like magnets. Why? Because it's not about what you have. It's about how you make her feel. They tell you to be confident, but confidence alone isn't the key. If it were, every self-assured guy would be winning. They tell you to be nice, yet the nice ones are the ones left waiting. They say honesty is the best policy, yet the men who keep women guessing are the ones they chase. Because attraction isn't built on words, it's built on emotion. Most men fall into the same trap. They shower her with compliments. They try too hard. They put her on a pedestal. And what does she do? She pulls away, not because you're unattractive, not because you lack value, but because you fail to trigger emotion. A man who chases loses. A man who commands attention without seeking approval wins. The more predictable you are, the less interesting you become. The more available you are, the less she values you. Women don't crave certainty. They crave the thrill of pursuit. If she already knows she has you, your value in her eyes drops to zero. The biggest mistake men make? Trying to prove themselves. They overtext. They overexplain. They overinvest. Stop. Flip the dynamic. Instead of asking, "Can I take you out?" say, "I'm free Thursday. Join me if you're fun." Subtle shift. Massive difference. You are the prize. She should be the one trying to win you. Attraction isn't about success. It's about presence. Women aren't drawn to money, looks, or status. They're drawn to how those things make you act. A man with options behaves differently than a man who is desperate. A man who can walk away never gets played. A man who is unpredictable keeps her attention. Think about it. Why do women chase men who ignore them? Because they can't figure them out. The moment she knows exactly what you'll do next, you become boring. If she's too comfortable, she loses interest. If she knows she has you completely, she starts pulling away. So stop over-explaining. Stop over-texting. Stop giving her validation she hasn't earned. Want her to feel something real? Be unpredictable. Be unavailable. Let her feel your absence. The second she senses she might be losing you, she starts chasing. Men talk too much. They overshare, over-explain, and over-justify, thinking the right words will spark attraction. But words don't create attraction. Presence does. Energy does. Silence does. Every time you feel the urge to explain yourself, to overtalk, to convince, stop. The moment you try too hard, she categorizes you as weak. Women aren't drawn to words. They're drawn to power. Picture two men walk into a room. One is loud, constantly talking, eager to impress. The other speaks little but carries an undeniable presence. Which one captivates attention? The one who doesn't need to try. Women are used to men chasing, trying to fill every silence with words. Be different. Let pauses do the work. Control the pace. Make every word count. Next time you're talking to a woman, slow down. Pause. Watch how she leans in. The less you give, the more she craves. It's human nature. Instead of saying, "You're beautiful," say, "There's something about you, but I haven't decided if it's a good thing yet." Now she's the one seeking your approval. Instead of answering, "What do you do for a living?" with a job title, say, "Take a guess. But if you're wrong, you owe me a coffee." Now she's engaged. She's invested. Let her wonder. Let her work for your attention. Most men hand it over too easily. That's why they lose. Most men think attraction is about proving themselves. They believe if they show her how nice, successful, or caring they are, she'll like them. Wrong. Women don't respect men who seek approval. They respect men who challenge them. If she already knows she has you, she won't value you. If she has to earn you, you become the prize. Most men fail because they try too hard to be liked. They agree with everything she says. They try to be nice. They laugh too much. They gnaw like obedient little puppies. Women don't respect that. She already has men fawning over her. She doesn't need another one. Instead, flip the script. Challenge her. Make her prove herself. Stop trying to be liked. She doesn't want to like you. She wants to respect you. And that respect is earned by being a man she has to work for. Want to change the way women respond to you? Stop chasing. Stop explaining. Stop trying to impress. Instead, be the man she has to win over. Most men are desperate for attention. Most men seek approval. Most men play it safe. Don't be most men. Be unpredictable. Be the challenge. Be the one she feels something for. Because the second she senses she's losing you, she'll do anything to get you back. If she says, I love traveling, most guys respond with, that's amazing. Where have you been? But a man who understands attraction responds differently. He smirks and says, oh, so you mean you love snapping Instagram shots at the beach? Now she's engaged. Now she's emotionally invested. She suddenly feels a need to prove she's different, unique, and not like the rest. Just like that, you've shifted the dynamic. She's now seeking your approval. The reality is, women don't value what comes too easily. They respect men who have standards. The next time you talk to a woman, stop handing out validation like it's free samples at a mall. Instead of saying, you're beautiful, say, you look interesting, but I'm not sure if that's a compliment yet. Now she's intrigued. Now she wants to show you why she's worth your attention. Instead of saying, I'd love to take you out sometime, say, I might let you buy me coffee if you're fun enough. Now you're the prize. Now she's the one chasing. Control the frame or lose her interest. The person who controls the frame controls the conversation. The person who controls the conversation controls the attraction. And the person who controls the attraction, he dictates the entire relationship. Most men unknowingly give away their power. They let women set the tone, steer the conversation, and define the dynamic. Then they wonder why the spark fades. Here's the truth. Women don't want to lead an attraction. They want a man who confidently takes the reins. The moment you start seeking her approval, nervously agreeing, trying to impress, or letting her dictate the vibe, you've already lost. She might keep talking to you. She might even reply to your messages. But real attraction? That dies the second she senses you're just another guy who's too eager to please. Attraction isn't about words. It's about energy, presence, and control. If you let her dictate the frame, she'll unconsciously place you in the forgettable category. But if you lead, if you own the conversation, if you make her feel something, that's when you stand out. Women test men. It's instinctive. They want to see if you're solid, if you can handle pressure, if you're the kind of man who leads. If you fail these tests, she mentally checks out. But if you pass, her interest skyrockets. Most men fail because they start from the wrong mindset. They enter conversations hoping to be liked. That's weak energy. That's submission. That's unattractive. Instead, walk in thinking, let's see if she's worth my time. She will feel that difference immediately. When a woman asks, why are you single? The average guy says, I just haven't met the right one. But a man who understands attraction says, I have high standards. Most can't keep up. She asks, what do you do for a living? The typical response, I'm an accountant. But the man in control says, take a guess. If you're wrong, you owe me a drink. Now she's playing his game. Now she's following his lead. Now she's in his frame. A woman can't deeply respect a man she can control. She doesn't want to take the lead. She wants to be drawn into your world. But if you let her set the pace, make the rules, and direct the conversation, you become another forgettable interaction. Men who chase, who try too hard, who wait for her approval, they all get left on read. Meanwhile, the men women truly desire have a completely different mindset. I'm the one deciding if she's worth my time. That confidence is rare. It's unfamiliar. It's magnetic. And when a woman senses it, she can't help but feel something. You don't ask for permission. You don't wait for her to decide. You lead from the start. When you text, you don't say, hey, want to hang out? You say, I'm free Thursday. Join if you're fun. When she gives you attitude, you stay unshaken. When she tests you, you make her prove herself. And when she realizes she can't control you, that's when she starts chasing. That's when she sees you as the leader, the man she respects, the one she won't forget. Everything you've been told about attraction is a lie. Society wants men to be passive. It wants them to chase, to beg for attention, to put women on pedestals and hope for validation. But now you see the truth. You understand why most men fail. You see why women lose interest the moment a guy tries too hard. And you realize attraction isn't about words, it's about presence. The man who commands respect doesn't over-explain himself. He doesn't seek approval. He doesn't try to win her over. He simply is. Starting today, you are that man, the one who speaks with authority, the one who makes women prove themselves, the one who stands firm. Women will never admit this, but they don't crave the guy who makes them feel safe and predictable. They desire the man who makes them feel something real, a man who is easily impressed, overly available, and easy to figure out. He's easily forgotten, but a man who leads, who makes them work for his attention, and who refuses to be controlled. He's the one they can't get out of their minds. Try this once, just once. Go out and say less. Mean more. Challenge instead of impress. Hold your frame with unshakable confidence. Then watch how women react differently. Once you see it for yourself, you'll never go back. Now comment below, I don't chase, I attract. I am the prize. And if you want more men to wake up, step into their power, and master attraction, hit subscribe. The more you support this message, the more men will learn the truth. This is how we take back control. This is how we stop chasing and start leading.